mathematics. We are trying to correlate the mathematics we have studied till now to the next level, that is your grade 9. So this all concepts that we are doing here is very much useful in your next standard or you are in with, that is grade 9. So we have completed expansion of algebraic expression in our last session. So today we are going to start with variations. Revision of variation. Now, by variation, what do we mean by variation? Variation means change. Variation means change. Now, change is of two types. If we are having always occurs between two variables, x, y. So this is my x1, y1. This is x2, y2. First variation is of the type x increases, y also increases. Here I'll be saying x1 increases implies y1 also increases. The sign indicates increases. Y1 increases. X2 decreases. Y2 also decreases. The variation in both the variable is of the same type. Either both are increasing or both are decreasing. So this type of variation is called as direct variation. Direct variation. Say, this is type 1. Now, we will discuss about type variation. X1 increases, Y1 here increases. X1 increases, Y1 decreases. Or X1 decreases, we will change the notation. X2 decreases, Y2 increases. This is type 2. Type 1 variation, if both the variable increases or both the variable decreases at the same time. Decreases in the sense, I'm talking about its value. If the value of both the variable increases or value of both the variable decreases, then this type of a relation is called as direct variation. And if in type 2, x1 increases, y1 decreases, or x2 decreases, y1 increases, then this type of variation is called as inverse variation. I will give you example based on this. So we will discuss this concept one by one in detail. First, we'll deal with direct variation. Variation means change. First, I will give you example based on direct variation. say cost of one notebook. Cost of one notebook is 20 rupees. And what is the cost of five notebooks? As you can see that if we know the cost of one notebook, we can easily find the cost of five notebooks, that is 100. What is our observation? As number of books price. As number of books increases, as you have increased your number of books from 1 to 5, is price also increases. Means they increase in proportion. Cost of 1 is 20, cost of 5 is 100. So both increases simultaneously. And if we will see it in a reverse manner, cost of 5, then cost of one notebook is 20. If number of notebooks decreases, then price also decreases. The example to make you understand how works. Now this was like example, a real life example to make you understand where across a problem of the type direct variation. So let's now introduce its notation and how do we write the direct variation and what do we use to indicate that two variables are in direct variation. Two variables, say x and y, are in same proportion, or you can say x and y are in direct variation. X and y are in direct variation. How to write this? This is a statement. So what is the symbol that we are going to use for it? X proportional to y. This is a notation. This is a notation stands for direct variation. This is actually Greek letter. This is a Greek letter. Called alpha. LPHA. Greek letter alpha. A and B are in direct variation. So I'll be writing A directly proportional to B. If I'm saying M is in direct variation to N, or M and N are in direct variation, so I'll be writing M alpha N. If I'm saying P is in direct variation with Q, or P and Q are in direct variation, so I'll be writing P alpha Q. Hope you have understood how to represent direct variation. Okay. So this is the way to represent the two variables in direct variation. Now, if we want to write this in an equation form, say we are having x and y, or x and y are in direct variation, writes its equation form, right? It's equation form. So what we need to do, we'll be writing x instead of alpha, we'll be writing equal to, and the value will be adding k in between. K is nothing but a constant of variation, where k is a constant of variation. Constant of variation means whatever the value of x and y you're going to take, k will always remain constant. Means it will always show you whether the variables that you're stating is in direct variation or in inverse variation. Always fixed. Constant means fixed value. It's not going to change. Once you have decided that k is 100, so it will remain 100 throughout the problem. So the same problem, until unless we give some other condition. X is equal to k into y. This is called as equation form of direct variation. Either you can write it like this, or you can write it like x divided by taking y to left hand side. Here you can see that y is in the form of multiplication, k into y on right hand side. But taking it to the left hand side will take x by y equal to k. With both equation, either or, you can use any of one. It's called equation form of direct variation. Equation form of direct variation. Okay, hope you have understood this. X and y direct variation represented as x alpha y, where alpha is a Greek letter. Its equation form is given by x equal to ky, where k is a constant of variation. So we can represent x equal to ky also as x by y equal to k, written as equation form of direct variation. You can use either of the required equation. Okay, now we'll go through some problems to understand the concept, whatever we have done. Say we're having a question. X is directly as y. X varies directly as y when when they are varying directly when value of x is 5, y is 30. Find the constant of variation and equation of variation. Find the constant of variation and equation of variation. So it's very simple problem. As you know that if two variables are in direct variation, how do we write that? So x varies directly as y. So write x alpha y. Therefore, its equation form. Its equation form is x is equal to k into y. Yeah, even this we have done. So now We know value of x and we know value of y. We are having three unknowns. Substituting the two values, we can get the value of third, where you can mention where k is a constant of variation. K is a constant of variation. Therefore, when you can give it equation number 1, when value of x is 5 and value of y is 30, therefore 5 is equal to k into 30 from equation 1. From equation 1. Hope you have understood this. That is, we can write it as k is equal to 5 taking 30 to that side. 5 divided by 30. What are you getting? 5 ones are 5 six are. So I got value of k as 1 by 6. So which is constant variation, right in bracket. This is your constant of variation. Our first question was find the constant of variation. We have found the value of k. Now to find the equation of variation. Equation of variation is given by equal to k into y. We know this very clearly. The equation of variation is given by. So x is equal to, we know the value of k is as 6 into y. So therefore, x is equal to y by 6. Or if you don't want this 6 in denominator, you can write this as that is 6x is equal to y as the equation of variation. Done. This is the required answer for the given question. So now, suppose one table is given and they're asking us to complete the table. We'll be taking 1 to 2 examples out of that so that it will be done easily. Say number of apples and cost of apples. Number of apples. Say number of apples is given by x. There's a direct variation where cost of apples say cost will be given by y. That is x is in direct variation with y. Means number of apple is in direct variation with cost of apples. And let's this is your x, number of apples, and this is your y, that is cost of apples. If for one apple, cost of apple is 8. For one apple, cost of apple is 8. For 4 apples, cost of apple is 32. You can see there is indirect variation. No doubt in this. So they're asking us if cost is 56, if cost is 56, find the number of apples. If number of apple is 12, find the cost. How this table is useful? By observation. What we can understand by observation? When both the values are given, that is number of apples and cost of apples, we can see that they're having two columns given. From this, we can get the value of k, that is constant of variation. Once you know the value of constant of variation, you can use it in equation of variation. In variation, we have equation form that you can use this value substitute and get the answer, the value which is unknown. That is x, k, and y. From here, we can calculate k, and here y is given. We can get the value of x by using the value of k and y. Means if we are having 3 variables out of which 2 is known to you, then third can be easily found. This is the actual concept behind this. Let's start solving. X is in direct relation with y given. Therefore, x is equal to k into y. As I've explained you, where k is a constant of variation. The constant of variation. So this will be equation number 1. Now we will use to get the value of k. So I can see that values are smaller than 188. Calculation can be easily done. So when x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 8, so x is equal to k into y from equation number 1. Value of x is 1, value of k we don't know, value of y is 8. Means from here we can see that value of k we are getting as, we are taking a to left hand side. So we are getting k as 1 by 8. Hope you have understood this. Once you got the value of k, we can substitute this value in equation 1 to get the equation of the form in which 2 values will be unknown, and substituting the 1 value we can get the value of third variable. So when, or you can write, so therefore the equation form. Equation form is x is equal to value of k as 1 by 8 into y. Or let's just say equation number 2. Now you can see that we need to get the value of x when y is given. This table is required as we have to see the values. When y is equal to 56, What is the value of x? So from 2, x is equal to 1 by 8 into y. Value of y is 56. From where you got this? From equation 2. As we can see that 56 is the multiple of 8. So the 8 ones are 8 sevens are. We got value of x as 7. You can fill this value 7. Hope you have understood this clearly. Now, part in which value of number of apple is given as 12. They are asking us to find the cost of apples. Now, x is equal to 12. Find the value of y. The number of apples you know, get the value of how much will be the cost of 12 apples. That is y. So, x is equal to 1 by 8 into y. You know this from equation 2. As you know the value of x, let's substitute the value of x as 12. 1 by 8 into y. So taking this 8 to that side, it will take the form of multiplication. So y is equal to 12 into 8. So you know that 12 8s are 96. So we got value of y as 96. So our observation from this problem, our observation is that whenever both the values of the variables are given, it will help us to calculate the value of constant of variation. Even from this, we can get k. Even from this, we can get the value of k. From here, we can get the value of constant of variation. Once the constant of variation is known, one value is already given. And always they will ask you to get the value of the another variable. So with the help of one known value, we can get the value of unknown variable. So this is our observation from this table. Okay. So now let's deal with a word problem, or we should take one problem in which decimal is involved. After that, we'll take square root. Then we will wind up the direct variation, and after that, we'll start with inverse variation. Yeah, say n varies directly as m. X varies directly as y means y varies directly as x. Not an issue. M varies directly as n or n varies directly as m. It will not create any problem. Because if x increases, y is also increasing. If x decreases, then y is also decreasing. So we are having a table, say M and N are there, and both are varying directly. So we are having a value of M and N as 520, 6.5 dash 28. Here, what they are saying, N varies greatly as M. So you can write this as N equal to K into M, where K is constant of variation. Where K is constant of variation. So as we have been done this in our earlier problem, if we know both the values of the variable, then from there we can get the value of K easily. So this is my say equation number 1. When M is equal to 3 and N is equal to 12, so from equation number 1, 12 is equal to K into 3 from equation 1. Value of K is equal to 12 divided by 3, which is 4. Therefore, equation of variation, or you can say equation form, of variation is N 4 into M. This is the equation 2. Even you will substitute that M as 5 and N as 20. So N as 20 means 20 is equal to K into 5. You will be taking 5 to that side. So you're getting K as 4, same equation. So if you are having any question in mind that so why you're taking 3 by 12, why you're not taking 5 by 20? So even you can take 5 by 20, you will get the same answer. You can try it by yourself if you want. So now, when M is equal to 5, get the value of N. So we know that N is equal to 4 into M. N is equal to 4 into M. This is from so 4 into value of M is 6.5. So 4 into 6.5 is, you can easily calculate 6.5 into 2 is 13. So 13 plus 13 you can calculate as 26 or 6.5 directly. You can multiply. You will be getting answer as 26. So we got S. You can fill it here. Now, the second part, that is when n is 28, they're asking us to find the value of m from n is 28 is equal to 4 into m. This is from 1. So that is m is equal to 28 divided by 4. This is 1s are 7s are. We got the value of m as 7. Here 7. We have completed this table. Now we will deal with one more problem in which we'll be having a square root. Hope you know the square root form. If we are having a perfect square inside the square root, same single value. For example, square root of 4. Square root of 4 written as square root of 2 into 2. Under root, we are having two 2's. So it returns only 1 2 outside. If we are having square root of 9, that is 3 into 3, 2 returns only 1. If we are having square root of 6, we are having 2 into 3. They are not same. Or you can write it as root 2 into root 3. That is a case of surds, which you will study. Second topic of 9th standard, algebra. So, say y varies directly as square root of. Now, what do you mean by this? Y varies directly as square root of x. If instead of square root, I would be given as y varies directly as x. So I would have written y directly proportional to x or y alpha x. As they have given y varies directly as square root, so I'll be writing y varies directly as square root of x. So simple. The meaning of a question. So what they are saying, when x equal to 16, y equal to 24, get the value of k. Get the value of k. Also, they're asking equation of variation. So, how to solve this? As we have done earlier, also we know that its equation form is given by yes, equation form is given by y equal to k into root x. So when this is called as equation form in which k is a constant of variation There is a constant of variation. So if we know both the values, that is x equal to 16 and y as 24, keeping k as it is, getting the value of x as 16, so root of 16. So that is k is equal to 24 divided by root of 16 as 4. So this is 1 6. So I got value of k as 6. Now once you got the value of k, we have found k. Now they're asking us to write the equation of variation. So equation of variation. Equation of variation, y is equal to value of k is 6 into root x. This is answer. So we have completed almost every type of problems based on direct variation. In our next lecture, we'll start with inverse variation for today. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.